Can you still feel that intense, passionate energy that flows between us? Because I do, so deeply, so vividly. It hits me like a wave, especially in those quiet moments when I'm alone, thinking about you. That sensual energy doesn't just flicker, it burns. It wraps itself around me like a second skin, and sometimes, it quite literally leaves me breathless. There are moments when I pause, overwhelmed by the thought of you, of us. It's not always predictable. Sometimes, in the middle of my workday, a sudden thought of us being intimate surfaces, and it completely consumes me. My heart races, and I'm left momentarily lost in a daydream, aching for your touch, your presence, your everything. It drives me to the edge of my sanity in the most beautiful way. Even though we are apart right now, I feel the connection between us strengthening with every passing day. It's as if the distance is only fueling the fire, not diminishing it. This energy, sensual, emotional, even spiritual, is comforting and oddly healing. It's like a balm for my soul. And to be honest, I've never felt this way about anyone else in my life. Ever. What we share is beyond rare. It's not just chemistry or desire, it's something sacred, something I never even knew I could feel until you came into my life. I know with certainty that this connection, this bond, can't be replicated with anyone else. It's uniquely ours. I find myself longing for the day I can hold you again, to feel your skin against mine, to breathe in the scent of you. I crave that closeness, not just physically but emotionally and spiritually. I want to be wrapped up in you entirely. I want to feel your heartbeat syncing with mine. And let me be clear, what I feel for you isn't only sensual or physical. That's just a piece of it. The way I yearn for you goes deeper than anything my body could ever explain. It's like my soul is calling out for you. Being intimate with you doesn't feel like an act, it feels like a reunion, a homecoming. I don't just want your body, I want you. Completely. I want every part of you, every scar, every secret, every soft word whispered in the dark. I want nothing, absolutely nothing, to separate us. No clothes, no space, no fear, no doubt. I mean that in the most literal, most emotional way. And yet, even amidst all this love and longing, I carry regret. A heavy one. It remains one of my deepest sorrows that I didn't give you what you truly deserved when I had the chance. Looking back now, I see how I gave too much importance to shallow connections and fleeting distractions. I realize that I failed to cherish what was most real, you. I chose things that didn't matter over something that meant everything. Over someone who meant everything. I live with that weight every single day. Do you still see me as your man? Do you still believe in what we were, what we are? Because I do. I believe in us more than ever. And I want to come back to you, not just to rekindle what we had, but to build something even stronger, even more beautiful. I hope with everything in me that the universe hears this longing in my heart, that it sees how deeply I want you back in my life. I want it to conspire in our favor, to guide us back to each other, no matter how long it takes or how far we've drifted. I'm sorry for how things are right now. I'm sorry for my silence, my absence, my mistakes. But know this, my heart has never stopped beating for you. What started as hopelessness has slowly transformed into hope. A quiet, steady hope rooted in the unshakable truth of our connection. It's that hope that keeps me going, that gives me strength, that helps me believe there's still a future for us. No matter where we are or how much time has passed, I know that you and I are something extraordinary. We are not finished. We are not broken beyond repair. We are simply in a moment of pause, and I am praying, truly praying, that the next chapter brings us back to each other. I want to be the man who shows up fully for you, who makes you feel seen, desired, cherished, and safe. I want to love you the way you've always deserved to be loved, fiercely, deeply, without hesitation or fear. So here I am, heart open, soul bare, letting you know that I still feel it all. Every bit of it. And I'm holding on, believing that maybe, just maybe, you still feel it too. My darling. There's something weighing heavily on my heart, something I can no longer keep to myself. It's a confession that I've carried for far too long, a burden that has grown heavier with each passing day. I've tried to push it away, to pretend that the ache inside me would fade on its own, but the truth has become impossible to ignore. I need to say this out loud, not just for you, but for myself. I owe you honesty, and I owe you this moment of truth. I've made a mistake. Not a small, fleeting misstep, but a profound and painful error in judgment, perhaps the greatest mistake of my life. And this mistake wasn't just about a single action or decision, it was the way I treated you, the way I failed to truly see you for who you are and what you meant to me. I took you for granted. I treated you as though you were simply one of many possible choices, when in reality, you were a rare and irreplaceable soul who gave me nothing but love, kindness, and patience. In my ignorance, I failed to recognize your worth. I was blind to the beauty you brought into my life, the quiet, steady light you offered even in my darkest moments. I see it now, so clearly, and I'm ashamed that it took losing your presence for me to finally understand. The clarity is cruel, because it comes too late. I now look back and see the countless moments when I should have reached for your hand, spoken words of appreciation, shown gratitude, but instead, I chose silence, distance, or worse, indifference. You gave me so much of yourself, your time, your care, your heart, and I returned it with less than you deserved. I was selfish. I thought I had all the time in the world to figure things out, to give you what you needed, to be who you needed. But love doesn't wait forever, and I know now that while I hesitated, while I wavered, you were giving me your all. And I didn't meet you there. I didn't show up for you like you showed up for me. It breaks my heart to realize that I didn't see you clearly when you were right in front of me. You were different, so beautifully, undeniably different from anyone else. You weren't just someone passing through my life, you were someone meant to stay, someone I should have cherished and protected. But instead of recognizing that, I treated you like you were temporary, like you were optional. I let my own fears, my own flaws, and my own pride stand in the way of the love you so freely gave. Now, the silence between us feels deafening, and every day without you is a reminder of what I let slip through my fingers. The warmth you brought into my world is missing, and I feel the chill of that absence in everything I do. I remember your laugh, your gentle touch, the way you looked at me when I didn't even realize you were watching, and all of it haunts me now. I see now what I was too blind to see then. You were a gift, one I didn't deserve but was lucky enough to receive, even if only for a time. I know that saying I'm sorry will never be enough. Words can't undo the pain I've caused, and they certainly can't erase the hurt I know I inflicted upon you. But still, I need to say it. I'm sorry, from the depths of my soul, I am truly sorry. I'm sorry for the nights you cried while I was unaware, for the times you needed reassurance and I gave you silence, for every moment you questioned your worth because I failed to show you how valued you truly were. I don't know if there's a way back, if you can ever find it in your heart to forgive me or see me with any kindness again. I would understand if you couldn't. But if there's even the faintest chance that healing is possible, if even a sliver of your heart remembers what we once shared, then I will do whatever it takes to earn that chance. I won't ask for anything more than what you're willing to give, but I promise you this, I will never again take for granted what I now know is rare and precious. You were not just someone who passed through my life. You were, and still are, someone who changed it. I'll carry the lessons of my mistakes with me for the rest of my days. I only hope that someday, somehow, you'll be able to look back and know that even though I failed you once, I never stopped caring. I never stopped loving you. I only wish I had loved you better, sooner, and more clearly.